Welcome, welcome. Let's play Balatro. In our last episode, you got a great example of how a man can talk an awful lot and play very little. I'll try to improve that ratio of playing versus talking this go round. Played a couple of games, gave you a chance to kind of see what Balatro looks like and how it kind of works and what you're trying to do. Let's see if we can show you something new today, like, I don't know, me winning. That would be good. We'll go with the blue deck here. We've got the red and the blue unlocked. We also have the yellow and the green, but blue has been my lucky charm so far. So we'll give it a go. Small blind, big blind, boss blind, not too bad. Manacle is pretty common in that in the first ante. Don't really have anything going on. Don't feel the need to skip. So let's just see what we get here. Straight right off the jump. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Play it. Keep the pair in reserve. Just a little short. Got 2 pair here. Again, remembering that, that'd be the wrong 2 pair. Remembering that it doesn't matter by how much you beat around. I could have had 3,000 there. It's the same reward. What does matter, though, and what you do want to try to do, is win in as few hands as possible, since that will give you another $1. Every hand that is left unused is $1 more when you go to the shop. What do I want to do here? Gains 0.25 mult for every playing card added to your deck. We could play that way, and it's awfully early. Let's start with that. We'll start there. It won't do anything for us this time. Don't really need to re-roll the boss blind. Need to get some jokers. Need to get some things, get some hands bumped up and improved. So let's go that route. Got yet another straight right off the draw. So we'll take it. I mean, a 1 mult is just 1. So it really doesn't do anything for you. 3 of a kind, no, but full house. That'll be more than enough. Very quick win here. Making short work of the big blind this time, which is what you should be doing in the first ante. Let's see now. We can either add some cards to get that mult activated. We could add cards. Don't really need to level the high card. I've had a couple of games where the planet card with 2 or more 8s, if you could build into some extra 8s, it's a nice way to get some planet cards. It's not the worst joker. If the shop were free, I'd be happy to have it. But I think here the best thing to do is add a card and activate that joker. What do we want? That adds $3. If it's held, this is a steel or a glass, plus 10 chips, times 2 mult when you play it, which is nice. But a 1 in 4 chance that the card would be destroyed. Let's try that. And that will now activate that mult. I do have $4. Can take the Arcana Tarot Pack. Could get bonuses. We'd have a 1 in 4 chance to add foil, holographic, or polychrome to hologram joker. But I think we will take the bonus cards here and add some chips. Adding the chips to the low so that it's not as pointless to play them in some cases. We will have a smaller hand size, not fewer hands, just smaller hand size this time around. Let's go here, and we'll ditch the 6, which won't score, but it gets it out of the hand, saves the discard. Got a little boost there. Not terrible. Oh, excellent. Happy to see it. We'll take the 3 of a kind. Boink, boink, boink. And we get a little boost there. Should have no real problems. Let's discard these. See what we get. we get a straight, actually. We'll take our straight. Might just do it, as a matter of fact, and it will. Molt it out. End of ante 1. See how fast the game plays when I don't talk so much? Or don't try to explain every little thing I'm doing, at least. Don't have enough for the voucher. Got planet cards. Let's see what's in the Joker. Every played card permanently gains 4 chips when scored. A better Joker to get early in the game like this, because, every flush, every straight, you'd be adding 20 chips per round. Let's go ahead and take that. I don't know that I've ever actually played with the Hiker Joker active, as a matter of fact. Per skipped blind, it would pay 5. Per hand played, better though if we were going to skip that. Let's go ahead and play the small blind here, because it's early. We can play 4 cards here. We'll trash that. Take the 2 pair. Haven't upgraded any of the hands yet, so do have to be careful and pay attention. Got a whole bunch of 2 pairs, but not quite a straight. Let's discard one, see if we can draw to the straight, and we did. We'll get rid of our reds. We can ditch that, I guess. Something had to go. I was either going to have 2 spades and 1 club, or 2 clubs and 1 spade. Not bad. Back on track. I got 3 of a kind sitting here. Got a flush sitting here. Of course, the flush slightly better. So we will take it and still have a pair in our pocket. Certainly getting a lot of cards with the +4 chip count, thanks to the Hiker Joker. Again, every card played permanently gains +4 chips when scored. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot to have to do here. Let's just play the 2 pair. Get it over with. Would have been great to get rid of, to complete this 1 hand sooner, and have the extra $1 in the shop, but hey, it's like that sometimes. Need more playing cards. Need to get that Molt up. What have we here? Oh, what a great Joker. Don't have enough cash to get it unless we sold off the Molt. So what this card does is it allows straights to be made with a gap of 1 rank. So instead of needing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a straight, you could have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and those gaps would go away. Tough one here. Tough decision, because I like having hologram. We boosted it 1 time by adding 1 card. But it is really hard to let straight get away like this. Yeah, golly. But we're going to let it get away. We're going to let that Joker go. Flushes are good. Straights are good. We'll take since we just threw away the chance for the straight, we'll up the flush instead. We have no money, so we'll go on and play the big blind here. I'm not wild about the fish. It causes all your cards to be dealt face down. We could play the 3 of kind here. But if we do, then we could probably let that go. And maybe let that go with it. Take the 3 of kind. Get the bonus on those cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. There's a straight right off the jump. And that adds 4 to each one of those. You see the upgrades occurring. Which is nice. We're halfway there, and we still have 3 hands left. Sitting on 2 pair. Let's discard these. Didn't really gain anything by doing so. Except gain space to try to pull for the other straight. That would definitely be enough to close things out. 2 hands needing 400. Should be fine. Got a couple of discards in hand. Let's go ahead and let both of those go. And basically drew them right back. We'll put this in. We'll ditch the 4. We still got one discard we can use. Painfully trying to work our way toward. And now we do have to make sure we hit here. We've got a possible flush. We've got a possible straight. We've got 2 pair. This is a little closer than I would like it to be. We could very easily lose here if we're not careful. That 7 has been boosted. This would help. So we need to draw into a spade or a club, because I think that would probably do it. Let's see. Flush is a baseline 300. So yeah, if we can get the flush, we should be there. So we'll just play for it. And we do get it. Not a great turn of events getting. I mean, we're going to make it on this blind, but it's not a great turn of events getting there. Took all 5 hands. We're not going to get a whole lot of shop dollars for the shop. So yeah, not great. Don't really want to level straight flush. Could, and I guess will, to increase the mult. We'll take a playing card here. Hey, got a bonus card. Got 2 different bonus cards, in fact. That one would re-trigger, however. Now, let's see. Every card played permanently gains +4. So I wonder if that card that you just saw added, this red seal, foil, jack of clubs. So it re-triggers once. So basically it's like playing the card twice. I wonder if it adds +4 both times, or if it only adds the +4 once. I guess we'll find out. Of course, we may not know. Now, we do want to make as much... we want to get as much out of this opening hand as possible, because every card that's dealt now... Remember what the blind is this time. The fish. Cards are drawn face down after each hand is played. So what comes from replenishing the hand after you play one will all be face down. If I recall correctly, and I will probably see for sure, discarded cards, however, are dealt face up. Well, how's that for a very large... set of face cards? Let's see. Ace, king, queen. We'll save that for now. Jack, 10. Take the straight. We'll get the 1.5 mult off the joker. 1/3 of the way there after the first card. So we know these 5 are below jacks or worse, so we'll discard them and be able to see our full hand again. If we play the 9, it's been bonus twice. It's like playing a 17. Let's take that, and things got a little tighter there. We could discard these. We know they're now nothing. We might just play the 5 highs. We're going to get at least a pair out of this. Yeah, got 2 pair out of it, in fact. There you go. That helped. Got 2 hands to work with. We're out of discards, though. Let's see if we can draw to anything. We got nothing. And now we could be in trouble again. Because we're out of discards. So yeah, we may have played our way into a mess there, and we sure did. That's exactly what we did, and we lose, and that's the end very quickly. Despite 7 new discoveries, got beat in a hurry. There, great start, and then just ran into a hand where we didn't have a whole lot of luck. Could I skip? Yeah, but I'd rather not skip there. I want to get something going, and we might skip the next one. E4, we'll keep the heart. We'll ditch the ace. Play the hand. Decent enough start. We do not have... We have a pair. We do not have the flush yet. Did that get it? Yes, it did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll play the flush, which should push us over and finish the blind with 3 hands to spare. Every dollar helps when you get in the shop. Boink. So we got 10. Reroll the boss blind 1 time per ante, $10 per row. It's a great, easily my favorite voucher. But we're going to pass it up for now. And after saying that I was not a huge fan of the random misprint Joker, we're going to take it. Just to get some kind of malt going. 2 planet cards. High Priestess, usually what you will see me go for. If it pops up in an Arcana pack, because you're getting 2 planet cards for the price of 1, essentially. Now here we could take another Mega Arcana pack. We would need to get to 600, and having just had really bad luck having had really bad luck there in that last game, I will be a little more cautious there, and that worked out just fine. We get some money. Had a good I didn't notice what it actually was, but it was certainly effective. It was enough to finish in 1 round. Now maybe we put that in the bank. And now we have that in our pocket for later when we need it. Surely we can make 600 here. All the hearts are debuffed. That being it's the head, and it debuffs the heart. You see how the sense of humor there works. We've got a pair. Let's discard some things. See what we get out of this. Got 4 diamonds. We really got a whole lot of nothing, is what we got. We'll go ahead and play this. Only need to average 120. The 18 malt certainly helped. Yeah, I think we're fine now. I do believe we'll be just fine. Pair, full house. It should do it with just about any malting help. Plus times 23 malt. Yeah, that was good off the misprint. Made short work of that. Finished the ante, and we would move on. What's in the Jokers? Money and money. I'm going to take the planet card, I think. What do we get? Straight, full house, high card. Yeah, we'll take the straight. So now, while nothing is a big payoff, we've now 3 of a kind, flush, and straight have all been leveled up. I don't want to re-roll. Well, I can't re-roll. I don't have enough money. So, yeah, we'll just move on to the small blind here. Get money this way, but I'd rather have a second Joker as we move on, having just been bitten in the butt by the early game. Already halfway there. Full house probably pushes right on over the top. Yep, with the malt it did. This misprint is really firing off well, getting a lot of high numbers. Getting high numbers in the cheap hands. By the way, I mentioned this in the previous video about not being sure exactly what this Joker does. Go up to 20 in debt, and I knew I had not crashed out from being in debt previously. So what it actually does, and we might tinker with it, it lets you, basically, it's like a free $20 at the expense of a Joker slot. And we're going to take that here. And And what it does is it means that instead of having to stop buying things at when your cash hits 0, it means you can keep buying things until your cash hits -20. What do we get here? 2 tarot cards. Yeah, that'd be the way to go, I think. We get 2 bites at the apple. We will play this. Nope. Had a 1 in 4 chance to make one of these foil or polychrome. Now we will play the High Priestess again, as I told you I tend to do. That lets us level up a couple more hands. Got the 2 pair, got the straight. So the straight's in good shape now. So 2 pair, 3 of a kind, straight, and full house, or flush rather, all have been increased. Move on to the next round. Here, only the first hand is drawn face down. Let's see if we can't get something here. Straights, 2 pairs, flushes. Straight's already up. Let's level the flush. 3 of a kind, straight, 2 pair. Let's go ahead. Biggest benefit is to the straight. Because here, I noticed as we come up on that, remember we bought the voucher a little while ago for being able to re-roll the boss blind if we wanted. I don't want, but that's where that option comes up. It's right before you select this. You could re-roll if I had the $10. Actually, I guess I could, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to waste it. First hand is drawn face down. I'm just going to immediately come out and discard the first 5 cards so that we have some idea of what's here. We know this has to be an ace. So we'll just go ahead and play that, see what we get. Burn some face cards that way. Not outstanding. Let's go ahead and burn another discard. That gives us the straight, or we could play the full house. But obviously, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this should be more than enough to take care of things, and is. Regardless of what the malt was, it would have done it all on its own anyway. That gets us 5, plus 3 more for the remaining hands, plus 1 for the interest. A little better payoff this time. That would bring up close, but permanently gain 1 hand per round. I like having options. I like having more bites at the apple. That's a 4 malt that I could afford. Let's buy that. Just a standard 4. Won't be as good as the misprint has been averaging. Let's see if that, and it really does. It actually does work. That's what the credit card going up to 20 in debt actually does. Just pulled a negative joker, and so it says it's negative, but what that means, it's not that it's something bad. You'll notice that it is a reverse image of what a joker typically looks like, and it will add 1 joker slot and re-triggers everything played in the final hand of a round. Means I can carry, remember normally you have 5 joker slots. Well, the presence of this gives me a 6th joker slot. We'll go in here, decrease level of poker hand. I could re-roll the blind, but it could re-roll into something, or re-roll the boss blind by skipping here. But it could skip right into something even worse, so I don't know that that's necessarily the route I want to go. We'll take our 2 pair here, ditch the 8, leaves us with nothing but clubs in hand. Not too shabby. And now we're playing with 6 hands, remember. Ace and queen, we ditch the 4. Let's see what happens. Drew right into the straight. Thank you very much. And that should be enough probably to put us right on over when you add in the molds. And it did. Easy peasy there. Would love to have had that on that last hand. Now, I do have room for another joker. But if I take popcorn... how do we want to play this? Let's go ahead and take 2 tarot cards, see if we can jack up our plans, because when we get to the end, remember, here's High Priestess again. Anything we play in the boss blind is going to be reduced by 1 level, which is never fun. Increases, we can make something wild. We can swap a card. We could destroy 2 cards. Not really looking to do that. Let's go ahead and take the wild. I think we could easily enough buy this Joker, okay, and have it around. But I kind of hate to use it this early when it could come back around later. Earn $4 at the end of the round. We'll let that Joker sit there, and it should pay us back in 2 rounds. As we get really close to being $20 under here. What do we got? 3 spades, 3 clubs, 2 hearts. The heart's sitting as part of a potential straight draw, so is the 6 and the 8. It's the 7, the 8, and the king. Did not really work out for us. May have to just take a low hand here. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go, because we do have an extra hand to work with in this round, and it's still pretty early. You kind of have to be running into some bad luck to not get these early ones, which you saw happen a little while ago, but still. Working on the morning coffee. If you hear me slurping in the background, we will definitely take the straight. And my favorite tarot card, the Fool, buy and use. That's going to throw another planet up here. So straight's really paying off well right now. Could take an Arcana pack. I guess we will. We'll take 1. Convert to 3 to spades. We could convert to diamonds, or we could convert something to steel. Let's do the steel. I mean, the 2 might be left hanging around. You never know. So now decrease level of playing hand. So straight's in great shape. 2 pair and pair are both leveled. What do we have for mults? We got the misprint, which could be anything. And we know we have a 4. Clubs are bonused. Everything in the final round re-triggers, and we gain $4 at the end of the round. Not a club in our hand either. We'll go ahead here and play the pair off. And reducing it, you're not going to win too often with the pair, so having it get reduced, not a huge issue. I'd rather retain that for the mult. So what do we want to drop? We got 3 spades. Put it back to rank. I mean, if all else fails, we'll play the 7. Or we could play 2 pair. I'd rather right now keep the 1.5 multiplier. Let's ditch the 10, the 8, the 4. See what we draw. Get a wild card. Could play to the flush. Let it get reduced 1 time. Oh, no, we wouldn't have the flush either, because it's already a heart. So now we're kind of stuck with... We'll discard 2 here. That's a little better. Drew into 3 of a kind at least. Play that. Still not overly concerned. Maybe I should be. The mult's going to be pretty good, though. Again, just really not drawing well. Well, maybe we did. Drew to the straight. It will reduce. You'll notice on the left, it reduced it back down to 5, so the base score and the base mult both went down. But in this case, we had more than enough jokers to take care of it, and so we limited the damage, only reduced a couple, 3 hand types. And we've had good luck with planet cards so far. Let's see if we continue that luck and put straight right back where it was. Just unlock the deck for doing something. 4 of a kind, 2 pair, flush. Let's level the flush. Having flush and straight both be leveled up, pretty good usually. We've had great luck here so far. We can make another steel, or we can create another wild. Let's see if we can get a holographic or something. And we did. What did we get? We got a holographic, so 10 malt on top of the clubs. And let's make that wild. Really not taking advantage of having the gluttonous joker with the club draws. Have not done well with that. Cards for now. Here's the pillar. So if you look at the boss blind, the cards played in this ante are previously debuffed. You need to play well, but the fewer cards you play, the fewer cards by skipping there, we will get paid off, assuming we win, with 15 in cash. But, you know, this, I don't have room for another joker, necessarily. And would not be in great shape, and I would be debuffing everything. So we're gonna go ahead and skip this. Go straight here and hope that our misprint joker helps us out along the way. Now this is wild, but we're not sitting on any straight at this point. We would need the 9 to complete it, and if we got the 9, we would have a higher, so we're going to discard this too. We pull 2 pair. We'll keep the 7, I guess. Play the 2 pair. Need to average 2,000 a hand. Not going to do that here, unfortunately. Well, I guess we did. What do we got? We got 1 wild with the hearts, but basically just drew right into the middle of everything. Could discard that. And we, sure enough, drew into the straight. Which is nice. That's going to pay nicely. Might be enough, depending on what the jokers do. Had a couple of clubs in there. Yep, that was more than enough. And with 4 hands left, we get the +4. And we're earning dollars. We do have, if a good joker comes up, we can always sell off this golden. And a good one did come up. So we're going to sell this golden. So there's a 10 malt guaranteed. Tell you what, let's sell this 4 malt for now and buy a smiley face, which was holographic. Remember, that was the benefit of skipping one of the hands, was that the next base joker would be a hollow. And so that was nice. We don't have anything multiplying right now. We'll move those over. Let's see what we get here. Doubles all listed probabilities. 1 in 4 chance to upgrade the hand, which is really nice. Yeah, we'll do that. So basically, every hand you play has a chance to upgrade that hand by 1 level. Let's go ahead and play the Celestial and take another planet. Straight or the flush. Outstanding. So you don't see this very often, though I feel like the black hole comes up more than... It's a spectral that appears in that deck, and it is going to upgrade every hand one level. So everything will be at least level 2 now. I like it. Could we skip the blind and get rerolls cheaply? Yes. Do we need to? Not really. Plus, again, here every hand we play has a 1 in 4 chance to upgrade. But the straight and the flush now are both looking really nice. Two pair, the old standby. Sitting on a flush draw, or a straight draw rather. Let's just ditch those three for now. And boy, we got nothing. We got nothing for our troubles. We'll try again. We still got nothing for our troubles. We are literally stuck with a high card here. That couldn't have gone worse, really. Couldn't have done much less with it, and still got 500 chips, I guess. Yeah, we're kind of... This isn't going great here. Let's ditch this. We're going to give up on the potential flush draw to take the straight draw instead, because straights are our highest scoring, better than the flush. We trigger a whole bunch of multipliers, more than enough, by double, and there you go. And there's that synergy you want. That's I don't like running my discards down that quickly, that early, but it felt like the way to go there, and it turned out to be just that. I'll go ahead and take the tarot card. See if we can get the High Priestess again, maybe. We could convert one to gold. We can convert one to lucky. Let's convert something to lucky. We'll take that. Take another Arcana pack. Now that I know how the credit card works, I like it better. We'd get another lucky there, or we could double our money, which does nothing when you're in negatives. I learned that when I learned how the credit card worked. Let's go ahead and create that. Yeah, we'll move right along here. Now we could skip, add 2 cards. I don't really feel the need. Flint is our boss blind. It will have the base chips and malt. Not permanently, just during that hand. We've got a wild, but we don't quite have the flush. We could convert something to lucky here. Let's do that. Got a chance now for it to a 1 in 5 chance for a plus 20 mult, and a 1 in 15 chance to get $20 out of it. Play that. We'll keep the 3 for the possible flush. Nothing fired, but we still have 5 hands because of that early hand. And what do you know? There is our straight, which last time was more than enough, depending on how the misprint goes. Yep, just enough, although not as good as the hand before. Didn't get quite as much out of misprint, I guess. So there's another win. Creates random joker we don't have room for. Creates a stone. Mega Celestial. Let's just go ahead and take that. 3 of a kind, full house, 2 pair, flush. Let's level the full house. Even though we haven't played it a lot, it's good to have options. We'll level the flush. Very happy with, at this stage, about halfway through, very happy with a board that looks like this, with everything leveled. Could we re-roll? Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to. Remember, everything's only going to pay half here. Let's take the 2 pair, because again, that getting that 6th hand a while ago, excellent. Gives you a lot more cushion. The club fired its mult. Not bad at all. Would need a 5. Don't really need these. Let's use the discard. We're going to take the 2 pair and keep the flush in play. Face cards here. Played face cards give +4 mult when scoring, so we certainly got a boost out of that. There's your straight. That's the go-to right now. Clubs are getting the +4. Had a bunch of those. Then the other mults fire. And we've not used Dusk, which re-triggers everything in the final hand, so we do have that little bit of cushion. Though we are still a little short here, too. We could go ahead and use our discard here. We'll get 2 pair to play. We'll keep the diamond. Leveled up 2 pair. You saw Space Joker fire there, hopefully. Boom, boom, boom. Still haven't made it, though. Do I have the flush? No. 4 and 4. This is plodding along. We have only 1 discard left. I'm going to save it, I think. Maybe not. Let's play it and see what happens. We'll get a 1.5 mult off that. So now we will play this. Surely now. Space Joker fired again. Get the extra mults for the face cards and for the club. And there we go. Took a little longer than would have been optimal, but it's a win. It's takes care of the boss blind. This would double our money, but since we're negative, that's not going to do us any good. Triggers all held in hand, but I don't really need it. I'm just going to stick with the jokers I got. We'll level what we can level. We could re-roll, and I guess we will. 4 cards for 4 mult for each card below 52. That's where the destroying cards consumable comes in the Terra. Because we're at 52, this would effectively do nothing. That wouldn't really help us more than what we have either. So we'll just roll on to the next round. Rerolls would start at 0. We'll just play here. Surely we can make this work with 6 hands. 3 out of the 4 actually gave us a +4 on the mult. 79. We would lose the 9, however. We're going to lose the 9 anyway if we play the pair, so let's use the discard. We get to 2 pair. We'll just sit on that queen. 9, 10, nice mults. Just clipping, cruising right along here right now. We'll play the 7s. We'll play the kings. We'll go ahead and throw the queen in. She won't score. She won't do anything. Won't get the mult out of it. But knew that we were going to get close either way. We do have the flush here. We'll play the flush. More than plenty to get us over the top. Still haven't made it to using Dusk yet, but we're getting the +1 Joker slot out of it. Now we're getting a little later. Now popcorn becomes more tempting. We've leveled our hands pretty good. Do we give up misprint? I think we will. Give up misprint, put in popcorn, and probably skip some hands here to try to maximize the benefit. We can level flush to be up right there with straight. And we'll go on. Do we skip this blind? Diamonds would be debuffed. Clubs are our bonus, so having the diamonds debuffed doesn't hurt anything. If we skip here, we get plenty of cash. We're going to go ahead and take that. It is a big jump. We would have to have 40,000 this time. So we got to average about 7. So you're going to need something big. We'll play the straight, which is easily our biggest payoff. But we've got that popcorn that's going to fire 20. So that helped. Got us well on our way. We don't have the flush. We can let go of the 2 easily enough. Probably not going to play into that straight either. We'll keep that. We'll use the discard. See what we got. Which was not quite enough. I'm going to play those off. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and play that. We got extra hand to work with. Getting closer and closer, but we're still now not there on either. We won't need the 9, so this would mean abandoning some things. Ay. Do I give up here and burn my last discard in hopes of a straight? Unfortunately, I think that's what we're going to have to do. And we did get the straight, which is going to get us a lot closer to getting through this blind. Base cards firing off 4s. The club fired off a 4. And there you go. With 99 to spare. And 3 hands to spare, so we get some cash. So, could be a big shop run here. We're going to have some cash. And we can still... Vampire is a card that a lot of people out there playing this game love. Gains 0.2 mult for every enhanced card played, and then removes the enhancement. So the meta for that, what you want to do, is you really want that a lot earlier than I have it. You want to get it really early, then put as many, use the tarot cards, put as many enhancements, and then every time you play them, they get removed by the vampire. It's a great way to build a mult early. Maybe not so much so this late, though, with just a couple of antes left. We have the Fool that would level flush. And that's probably the way I'm going to go. We have not built a great flush deck yet because, I say that because we still have just the basic 52s. Let's take a 4 here, see if we get something nice. Not bad. 4 of hearts. Would have been better if it had been clubs, since they're a guaranteed mult. We're going to use a reroll. You can get, it's an easy way to get spectrals. You have to play a single 6, though, to get that, and I'm not likely to do that this late. +1 mult per hand played, -1 mult per discard, and plus 50 chips. Yeah, kind of in between. I think I may just re-roll again. Would enhance for gold card, gives a double tag on the next skip, which we could be skipping, but to do that, you would have to give up probably Space Joker. I'm just going to leave well enough alone. That would create no point in skipping there, because it would create 2 common jokers that we don't have room for. I've got the 5 hearts, and a chance for that to fire as a ×2 mult. Good business. Got the ×2. Got half the necessary right off the bat there. We'll play the 4. I'd rather have the cards because I accidentally discarded instead of playing the hand, which was kind of suboptimal. We're going to play the flush. 4, 5. That'll let us keep the 3 9s. Space Monkey did not fire. Would have leveled us even further. Let's go back to rank. Let's see if we can get Space Monkey to fire. It did not. It would have been nice to level 3 of a kind there. It didn't happen. Playing that now, popcorn is starting to diminish in value, and it becomes, the lower it gets, the more chance there is that something would be better. We're going to spend 6 and get a spectral pack. See what we get. Create 2 copies of any card. Destroy 1, add 2 random enhanced aces. Creates planet card if you hold the card, or creates a random joker but sets your money to 0. I don't have room for a random rare. I think what I'm going to do is create some more aces. Unlocks the joker. We now have 3 of those, and we do have a little better chance of getting into a heart flush. We will take a planet. We could level 2 pair. We could level 3 of a kind. We could level the flush. I think we'll level the flush. And now the flush actually paying a little better than the straight. So flushes and straights, good stuff, man. Good stuff here. Doubles my money, which would do nothing. The hook is the 7th boss blind. Discards 2 random cards per hand played. So you run through your cards pretty quickly. You can't really play ahead because of it. I should have skipped there because of the popcorn. Mistake on my part. Made a mistake. We'll save that club. We will ditch that heart instead. Saving the club because if we can get it to score, we would get a +4 mold out of it. Not terrible, not great. Got 3 clubs. Sitting on a possible straight. And in order to play to the straight, I'm going to have to discard the clubs. And did not get it. Yeah, we did. We got the flush at least. Got the flush off the diamonds. Mo. 6, 7, 8s. We'll probably just play the pair here. We'll save the club again. Remember, too, we have not yet used the benefit of dusk, which is everything re-triggers in the end, which would be nice with clubs if we, I would really rather not get to that point and need that. Better to not end up down there and have to go that far, but we may. Leveled to pair. It does level it before it scores it, so which is nice. I need 15,000 over the last 2 hands. Don't have quite enough in the right suits. We can play all of this. Do I want the molt? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? We've got discards we can use. I might discard the jacks. We'd still have the 2 pair. Let's discard the 5. And drew into a full house. But the full house does not pay as well as flushes, straights, or even the 3 of a kind. 3 of a kind's base is 90 times 9. The full house is 90 times 8. So I'd be better off not playing those. And I suppose that's what we'll do. We'll do it that way. Everything's going to molt a lot because face cards and clubs. And so now on this last hand we need 6 and should be easy enough to get since we have a flush. Took a little longer than would have been optimal. But still a very nice hand to finish that off. And how's that for synergy? Everything re-triggering there because we got to the last hand and dusk triggered. So had a lot of leeway there. We'll take advantage of the fact that we can level something here. Level of perilous, level 3 of kind. Getting a little close on the cash. We could go all the way down to -20 though. Let's level the straight so that it is back there as an equally viable option to the flush. Both of those are real nice. We're set up reasonably well. Popcorn is starting to go down though. However, popcorn's going to go away instead, I think, or Space Joker could go away. ×3 molt if a poker hand has already been played this round. So if we're playing flushes, straights, 2 pairs, whatever, we're going to get a ×3 molt at the end. What do I give up? I'm going to give up. Do I give up the popcorn? Do I give up? Yeah, because the popcorn's going to run out here soon. We're going to do that and do this and put that molt at the end so that it triples everything in the end. Not worried about that. Should be okay here. It would take a massive set of bad luck and poor play on my part to not succeed here. Let's take the 2 pair for now. Actually, let's take the 2 pair this way. And we'll hold on to the club for 1 round here. It actually leveled. Space Monkey doing work. 6,000, not enough to win with, but not the worst thing possible. Now, ×3 multi-poker hand's already been played this round. Remember? Well, that'll be nice. Watch the ×3 mult at the end, because we'd already played the 2 pair. ×3 mult, and suddenly 2 pairs are a really excellent way to have things go. Do we have a flush draw here? Or do we have a flush here? Yes, let's take that. Because now it would triple as well in these last 3 hands. Not the worst thing. So 2 pair or flushes. And we have another flush, which will triple at the end. That's why you played the flush. And that takes care of that. And we will go to the 8th ante. And at least be looking at a chance to get a win. We can use up all of our money. Now let's see. I can't remember. Vouchers. Redeem this run. We do have the option to re-roll the boss blind 1 time. But we would not have that option. It is re-roll the boss blind for 10 per roll. So maybe we don't buy the Celestials here just to hang on. And move on to the next round. Flips and shuffles all Joker cards. Now what that does, it does not disable them. It's not the worst blind to get. It does not disable them. It simply rearranges the order so that my triple, for example, instead of being all the way to the right hand end, might only fire. It might fire early, and it would not mult all of these, so it might not be as valuable. It's a chance you take. This is not a terrible, honestly, not a terrible final Joker. Do I skip or do I play? That's the question. Skipping would give us cash and would give us some options. We could upgrade 4 of a kind on the orbital. Let's skip this and play to the orbital. Surely we can make this. I'm going to take the 2 pair. I liked that synergy earlier, so let's just take it again here. It certainly worked in the last blind. Now we have the straight or the 2 pair. The 2 pair is 160 times 9, and that would be tripled. But the straight is 270 times 20, and it would give us... yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Should be pretty good. Yeah, respectable. Now our straights have been buffed. I've got a while, but I don't really have anything to play into it with. I could try to draw into the 4. Or we could try to draw into the jack. What's out there? 3 4s, 2 jacks. So there's better odds of drawing into it here. We're going to ditch those, keep the club. And not draw into it like we would have liked. And yeah, if we take this, that's only the pair though. Still would like to draw into the 4. I got a couple of things that would have worked there, and neither of them did. So we're going to end up doing something else. Still got 3 hands left though. I'm not overly worried about getting out of this blind. Still with 3 hands, still with the re-trigger on the end also. Not loving life here. sevens or twos. What do we have more of? 1 2 and 2 sevens. So the odds of drawing into that are not great. How many hearts we got left? 8. Let's try to draw into the hearts. And we could just fail trying to draw into the hearts, and now we're out of discards. Now we've dug ourselves into a hole, and suddenly now I am worried. We'll play the high card. We'll go ahead and give this up. Now I'm worried. Probably shouldn't be. I hope I shouldn't be. But I am. Can't remember what we've played. I think we played the flush, didn't we? We're going to take the flush here. Would have been better probably to save it and let it triple. And that may have been the mistake that I could not afford to make. 2 pairs, probably better than full houses. We don't have a straight, and we didn't make the flush. So I think we're going to have to play 2 pair and hope for the best. We may have just screwed ourselves here. Going to need a lot of malts. Phew. Thank goodness for the triple on the last hand. So, yeah. That didn't go as well as it might have. We've got plenty of cash. We could re-roll. And I think I will. The driver's license doesn't have time to fire. 15 malt when 0 discards remain. We could buy that. Space Joker really doesn't matter now all that much. Let's sell it. Make some space. So we need to remember before we play the last hand to... because that would be another 45 malt, see. Clubs are good. Face cards are good. We need to save 10 here if we wanted to. Our voucher is to re-roll, and I'm not going to re-roll. So, it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to re-roll the blind, I mean. We can play this a couple of times. We could go spades here. Uncommons give 1.5 malt. How many uncommons do we have? Yeah, we only have 2. They molt, but they molt very early. I think I'm just going to leave it. Might go ahead and buy here. Add something. Go ahead and buy here. Taking advantage of having the credit card in hand. That credit's planned for holding it. I'm not worried about holding. I'm just worried about scoring. Yeah. We're going to take that. That's where we're going to stop. And that's what... We go to the final hand here. It'll flip and shuffle my jokers. Which is suboptimal. But... it's the way it goes. Let's take the flush with the wild card. And then we hope that we get more flushes. Sitting on a chance for one. We could drop the 9 and the 5. And we will. And we get the first flush we needed, which should triple somewhere up here at the end. That helped. Almost halfway home now. Sitting on 4. We got 2 discards left. Don't have a straight. We got a pair. Let's give up the queen. We've already played out the hearts and the spade. Let's just discard and hope for clubs. And we definitely got clubs. So which clubs do we want to play? We're going to play these. Well, we only had 5, so yeah, those will be the 5 we play. It would take an epic collapse now to not succeed. We got 3 hands left. We need 8,000. We are going to play these off. No, we're going to play those. We're not going to waste the last discard just yet. We have 2 hands left to get 7,000. We got a pair here. So I'm trying to keep that straight draw open. We'll give up the 6 and the 7, use our last discard. We did. And there's your straight. And that will be, surely, more than enough to get us where we need to go. Then the triple will fire somewhere. And there's your win. Congratulations. The Amber Acorn. Not the worst thing to see come up in that last big boss blind. And that is our first win while recording. Best hand, new highest ante, new highest round. 36 new discoveries, which should unlock another deck. And now we go into endless mode, which will end very quickly. Because, as I pointed out yesterday in the first video, it certainly ramps up in a hurry. Can I see that? No, I cannot. But yeah, you're going to see much larger retriggers everything for the next 10 hands. Versus, except if I sell that off, then I lose 2 jokers. And I don't really want to lose 2. So we'll just, I would lose 2 because it would eliminate the extra slot. Draw the Wheel of Fortune, could add Poly to something. We could add hearts, give up diamonds, and add hearts. Because we have the fewest diamonds. We could also give up spades here and make them hearts. I think we'll do that. Because, again, anything that's already been played, it would fire off the triple. That would re-trigger. And I suppose we'll take that. Clubs are good. Clubs are our friend. Yeah, as you see here, things escalate quickly now. Need 110. So the small blind is basically the same as the boss blind of the last round. Then, we want to make sure we've got 10 cash. I'm going to skip here because I want to be able to re-roll this because I don't need my clubs debuffed. Since I have the second most of them and they fire mults. So now I have plenty of cash. So I don't have to worry about that. Now we just have to try to make 165,000 out of this. That's a good start to it. Get our first straight out of the way and hope for a lot more. Yeah, see, the initial straight not going to be the one that wins it. Suits we're not sitting on, unfortunately. Not sitting on. We have a pair, but I'm going to need more than a pair. So we're going to get rid of quite a few things here. We'll discard those. Hope to draw into another. We can now flush that any way we want. Let's do it this way. Flushes and straights are what we will want in these last 4 hands. Singularly, they're not getting it done. We did manage to retain 1 wild card there. Let's go ahead and play these off. Wastes a hand, but it's going to come down to needing a really big hit at the end anyway. So, suit 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is wild, and that makes 5. We'll take it. Could have saved it and tried to get the bonus for the last hand, but I'm going to need probably something good anyway. 5, 6, 7, 8. Not really sitting on anything too great here. We might keep the 5 and discard those 2 cards for now. Still on 5, 6, 7, 8. Sitting on 2 ways to get to the flush. We would have to abandon the straight if we wanted to play for the spade flush. Only 4 spades left, only 5 clubs left. And no hearts in hand. And only 2 hands to go. So we've got our win. We've made that work. Let's, if we could pull the 4, so let's give these up. We wouldn't use our last discard. There's the straight we wanted. That's going to fire twice. That's not going to be terrible. We're still going to need something else, I think. But, yeah. Did not get the flush. We're out of discards. Did not get the straight either. Did not get... Nope. Did not quite have the luck I was hoping for. The mult there would be good. We'll take that, see what happens. I think we might be okay because the last hand is going to fire a bonus. Yep, just enough. How close is that? 523 over on 165. So, yeah. We can buy everything we want. We could re-roll the blind. Let's see now. Yeah, we know we're going to have to re-roll the blind because we don't want clubs debuffed. This will create a couple of tarot cards. So we just need to make sure we hang on to $10. Let's use the Arcana pack to try to get the hand to open up. Well, the hand open. Now I can use these. Creates 2 bonus cards. Except I'm not likely to get to play, though, the diamond. I'm not as likely to be able to play the diamond as I am the heart. Converts anything into a wild. Let's convert the diamond, since it is the least likely to be used, since we have fewer diamonds and spades than anything else. Now we can create something else wild. Once we get into the hand, that is. Once we are allowed back in the hand, I should say. What do we want to wild here? If I wild that, I lose the mult on it. Let's wild the diamond here. While that's open. We can convert anything into hearts. So best to do that with spades and diamonds. We have no spades showing, and now we've got the only diamond is a wild, so no benefit to that either. So we'll just use this and add the chips instead. We'll take a re-roll. No time to get those to work. Take another re-roll. Hello. Polychrome doubles all probabilities. Is there something I would give up? Yeah, there probably is. We'll give up this. We will add this, because here's another 1.5 mult that'll fire every time now. We don't have the... we're not going to get... There are no probabilities open right now, so that's not going to help, but the 1.5 mult could help. We could re-roll one more time, but I think I'm just gonna, we'll just go for it here. We are gonna re-roll that boss. The psychic says we got to play 5 cards. Not the worst thing to maybe get through this with. We could ditch the 3. We can ditch the 10 easily enough. We have 1 wild. Now we have 2 wild. I'm going to gamble here again. And we pulled 4 aces. 4 of a kind, though, only worth 900 base, as opposed to a lot of other ways we can use this. 3 of a kind, far better base, but we have to play 5 cards no matter what we do. We could take a full house, but that doesn't play very well either. I don't love my options here. Hand would not score. He must play 5 cards. So what do I want to give up here? I think we'll do it this way. And yes, it will allow you to not play the 5th card, the 4th and 5th card there, and it will just 0 score your hand, which is not really what you want to have happen. We have a wild, but we don't have enough, and we're down to 1 discard already. May not be a way out here. We're going to discard and see if we can draw something useful. We did not. Now we're out of discards. So yeah, this is now ugly, and we've got to play 5 cards. We're going to save as many clubs as we can. May get shut down here. May get shut down. Gambled and did not have it pay off. Only got, actually, we will get the flush here, and the clubs will help. Everything gets treated as a club. So it adds to the mult. 3 hands to go, but 1,000,000 miles away from a win. We got a pair there. We don't have a flush. We still have to play 5 cards no matter what. We'll take our pair. We'll save the clubs. And see what happens. Do I have 5? Yes, I do. That will score. Would have been better again to have it on the end, I suppose. But you got to keep ourselves alive in the meantime. We'd take a miracle, and we are not going to get that miracle. It's what happens when you use your discards early chasing something and it doesn't pay off. We have basically nothing here. So we'll play it out. So we will come to an end, but with a win. Beats a sharp stick in the eye. New high score, new high ante, new high round, and 39 new discoveries. Let's go to the main menu and see what all we've just unlocked. We unlock the black deck, having discovered 100 items. Plus 1 joker slot, but minus 1 hand. It says minus 1 hand every round. I will clarify it. That just means every round you play is 1 hand short. So you would start with 3 instead of 4 hands and a bonus joker slot. It does not decrease the number of hands available in every round. 3 wild cards in the deck unlocks a new joker. That unlocks the hearts and diamonds, count as same suit. Spades and clubs count as same suit. Great for flush draws and flush builds. Reached ante level 8. That unlocks a ×3 mult if you have a diamond, a club, a heart, and a spade. Kind of the opposite of a flush. Win without playing 4 of a kind will unlock a joker. That adds a mult if you play a 4 of a kind. We win a run, finally. That gives us copy the ability of jokers to the right. Imagine if we had been able to slot that in and have that ×3 mult firing twice each round. Nebula deck is unlocked because we won with blue. That starts with the telescope voucher and 1 less consumable slot. Use 25 cards from any Arcana pack. Unlocks a voucher. Spectral cards would be able to appear in any Arcana pack if you had that voucher active. We go to collection, and my goodness, the damage we did to our collections here. Unlocked, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new jokers, and apparently I missed one. There it was. It's hard to see the little exclamation point there. When it's red on red, we used 2 new vouchers in that game. We popped another couple of tarot cards. We used one more planet card. A couple of new spectrals. Hit a whole bunch of blinds that we had not seen before. Used a lot of tags. Used a lot of booster packs. Bum, 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 bum. Again, I'm just mousing over here to make the exclamation points go away. And we have now seen 4 of the 5 Joker types: holographic, polychrome, and negative. That would mean that we have not yet seen a foil Joker. Come over here and look at the stats. We now have our best win streak is 1. Most money, that 56 right at the end. Ironic that we ran our most money ever in our wallet came in a game where we were running negative cash most of the time. Highest ante, we've now made it to 9. Highest round, 21. Progress 9% through. The collection 36% done now. So we've seen about a third of the possible cards. Credit card actually now the most used Joker. Most used consumable, leveling up straights and flushes. Most used tarot, creating 2 planet cards. Told you I liked that card. Planet, straights and flushes and 2 pairs. Spectrals. We've used 5 different spectrals once each. 3 different vouchers 1 time each. So yeah. That's a win. Now, we unlocked a whole lot of things, but I think that might be a good stopping point here for a while. A little bit of a short session, but good to finish on something positive. Get that win and prove that I'm not completely inept. And we'll go for win number 2 the next time we get together and play Balatro. Thanks for watching.